Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So in today's video,
recently deleted my Hinge and I don't think I'm ever going back. And so many other women saying that they also deleted the app. Dating apps are no longer for dating. Men have just turned dating apps into like an easier way to access convenient sex. And love, we are kind of meant to be found. We're not meant to be actively trying to find love. It's just supposed to be something you stumble into. I don't understand how men got onto dating apps and were like, oh yeah, this is not going to be for dating. I literally was talking to a guy for a month. I was seeing him almost every single week. Got me a Valentine's Day gift, all this stuff. Woke up one day and was like, I cannot be in a romantic relationship. Why were you on Hinge? I literally matched with another guy and he's like, oh, what are you on here for? Usually when they ask you what are you on here for, they're either because they actually seriously do want a girlfriend, which is like very never, or because they're trying to see if you want to hook up. So I was like, you know what, let me give this guy like the benefit of the doubt. And I was like, oh, I'm on here trying to find my husband that I could run around the playground with at 2 a.m., being kiki. This guy goes, something similar. I'm also trying to find people to hang out with late at night. I said, hang out with late at night? What do you mean? He goes, what's wrong with that? I said, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, I'm trying to find people to hang out with late at night or early mornings. I said, baby, you're looking for a prostitute. That's what you're on this dating app for? A lot of the components of dating apps are just so superficial because I genuinely am such a surface level person on first match. You don't hit everything, all those points, I'm not gonna like you. So the men I've ever dated were from dating apps and they were the worst ones, but they were the most beautiful ones. But the guys that I met, like, either through mutuals or in regular life, they weren't as attractive, but they were so much better. I feel like we get on dating apps because we feel this idea of like scarcity. So hard to find people. I was definitely like that too because I had this whole idea like, fuck, how am I ever gonna find someone? There was a time people dated before dating apps. I think if we all put our fucking foot down and we get off the dating apps, men are gonna go back to talking to women in public because they don't do it anymore because it's just so much easier to go on an app and swipe. I really feel like when you get out of the mindset of allowing men to like behave mediocrely with you, when you get out of that, you'll realize that it's almost impossible for someone to come with like the pressure right off a dating app because they've never had a conversation with you in person. They don't know who you are. How can I expect you to like want to plan an amazing date for me? And the only thing you have to go off of is 4 prompts and some photos of me. When somebody meets you in person, there's more of that initial connection. So they're more likely to be a bit more emotionally involved with you. So this is your sign. Get off the apps. Go find your man at Erewhon, the gym, something. Anyways, I'm going to Pilates so that I can get my body right and tight.
I've never used a dating app before, so I don't know much about that, but I've heard success stories, okay? But to be honest, in this current times that we live in with all the podcasters preaching about, why they choose to remain single and not, getting married and so on and so forth, and with a lot of men listening to these men's advice, like, what do you expect to find on dating apps? You're going to find all of them there. All of them who agree with these men will be on there. And besides, most of them are just swiping. Okay? When they want a dark skin girl, they'll go there and look for a dark skin girl. I mean, they are looking for women to put on their roster. A Latina, a Caucasian, an European, I don't know. So many different types of women are on there and they can conveniently do that because most of the ladies that go on there are unaware that this is what is happening on the dating apps. This is the mindset behind a lot of men joining these dating apps. Yeah, so don't be naive when you go on these dating apps, okay? I don't have any tips to share because I've never used a dating app before, okay? So if you use dating apps and you've had success stories, please share your tips in the comment section so we can all learn, okay? Now I'm going to play some of the stories, experiences, and opinions about all of this, and I'm going to come back and talk some more. So without talking too much, let's get into the video and please don't forget to subscribe.
Men have just turned dating apps into like an easier way to access convenient.
I've been waiting for this one. No, because for real. So in my big age, I would expect that at this stage in life that, men would know what they're looking for, right? Normal thing. Like, what are you looking for? Yet I'm scrolling through and all I see left and right is figuring out what I want, figuring out my relationship type. Sir, you are 40 years old. What the fuck is there to figure out? Clue me in. Make it make sense. It's funny that this video came across my feed because I'm about this close to doing the same thing. Because it's a mess. It's a joke. And don't even get me started on some of these profiles. Every photo wearing sunglasses. Sir, every photo looking like the homie pose and the kneeling stance, like just mad as hell. This is not enticing me. So yeah, I support this. I'll be joining the movement and deleting my Hinge and all the rest of my dating apps.
Convenient SEX.
What you ladies need to understand is a majority of these men, if not all of them, that are on these dating apps are looking for you to be their emotional support pet. They want a mommy. They want someone to actively be healing them because they are incapable of doing that healing and inner work for themselves. Every single time I met a man through a dating app, it has been the most traumatizing kind of relationship I've ever been in. Because all of them are unhealed. They lack ambition and they have not really any goal. Because they feel like they need someone else to make them feel valuable. And they can't find the value in themselves. They don't feel good enough on their own. So that's why they go and they find random women to validate them.
Convenient
No, because let's talk about this. I have been complaining about this religiously to my friends back home that there is something wrong with all of the men that are left in the dating pool. What is this thing where like you match with someone online, you go on a few dates, you start to like this person, and then when you're like, okay, let's do this, they're like, wait a minute, did you actually think that I wanted to date you? Are you insane? I recently had this happen to me back to back 2 to 3 times, but the most bizarre has to be one of the most recent times. I was matched with this Asian guy named David back in July. And honestly, I don't even know why I told you he was Asian. It doesn't actually even matter to this story. But basically, David and I had like an immediate like animal attraction connection that was like out of this world right away. And immediately we were like, this is amazing. Let's see more of each other. I made the mistake of asking what his schedule was like. And this is where things started to fall apart because he stopped taking my phone calls, would only text me. And when I asked what was wrong, he was just like, oh, you're getting too attached. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you're asking like my schedule and stuff. And I was like, yeah, so we can link up and make plans. And he was like, yeah, but that's like too much. Like what next? Like next week you're gonna try to figure out how we're gonna get married. So he and I stopped talking for a few weeks after that. Then at the end of the summer, we linked up again and I went to Spain. During my trip in Spain, David was talking to me every day, sending me sexy photos and videos. We were having a grand old time in the DMs and texts. Then all of a sudden one day, ghost. Stopped responding to me, wouldn't acknowledge anything I said to him, and after I tried reaching out to him 2 days in a row, told me that I was behaving like a stalker and to take a hint, bro, and to leave him alone. So I did. He proceeded to block me on his phone, unfollow me on Instagram, and so I was like, okay, that's it, things are done. Tell me why from September to January, David would pop up in my Instagram stories every week. I would see him watching my Instagram stories. Do you understand how bananas it is to block and delete someone, unfollow them on Instagram, and then to physically type their name in every time you want to sneak and look and watch to see what they're doing? So cut to January, I'm on Hinge. David somehow manages to rematch me. Now, what's bizarre is I saw David still connected in my matches in December. So I don't know what he's done to rematch me in January. So I go and I check my phone and I see that I'm no longer blocked. So I text him and I'm like, did you match me on Hinge? And he responds back with, yes, I did. Crickets. Like, that's it. Just, yes, I did. No follow-up. And I was like, I let it sit. I let that text sit for 1 week to see if he would say anything else. No follow-up. So I was like, okay, this is getting the better of my curiosity. I'm going to do it for the plot. I rematch him on Hinge and I'm like, hey, what's going on, buddy? He's like, hey, well, I see that you're still on here and I sent you an apology like 3 weeks after we stopped talking, but you never responded because you blocked me. So I was like, okay. Long story short, we reconnected. We hung out for this whole weekend, had the most amazing weekend. His best friend was in town. All 3 of us hung out. When we weren't hanging out, the 3 of us, the 2 of us were like back to normal, being very, very lovey-dovey, having a grand old time. At the end of this weekend, I kid you not, I tried to pull this man into an embrace while we were walking his dog. And I'm not even joking. I literally got one of these. Like, and I, like my soul left my body. Because I was like, what is going on? And he's like, don't get attached to me. Do not get attached to me. I have never been in a situation where one person has tried so hard to get back a hold of me, to get back into my life, to rematch me on a dating website. And then when I forgive them and let them back in, then I'm told to not get I went home and I was just like, I need to think, you know? The following weekend, I see that he goes out and he's clearly on a date. I don't know who with, but I message him because now I'm livid. And I'm just like, what is going on? Why are we doing this? Why did you rematch me? Why are you back in my life? Like, I was doing okay. I had started getting better. I had started moving on. Why are you here? And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, why would you match me if you have no actual intention of dating me? And he's like, I told you, like, I thought we actually cleared this up because we did have our conversation about all the stuff that went wrong. And one of the things that he told me was that he is struggling with his emotions and he needs to like work on his self, and he has anger management problems because of what his ex did to him, and he's trying to get better. But yeah, he does hope that one day he's gonna find someone who's gonna give him butterflies and be able to fix him. And when I told him how messed up and ideal that was, he was like, no, I'm half joking. I don't really mean that, but I do have a lot of things that I'm working through, so I'm not really in a state to date anybody. And I was just like, but then you went through all that effort to literally match me on a dating website to date me, so make it make sense. And he started acting like I was the insane one, and he was just like, I've already told you I'm not in a position to date anyone. And I was like, then why are you on this website? And he was like, I don't know. I don't know why I'm on there, because I do want to find someone, but at the same time, I don't want to find someone. I'm also very confused too, but I do know that I can't like be with you, and you like already expect too much, and you're already too attached. So like, I need to like do my own thing, and you need to go do your own thing too. I don't know. I just don't know what to do anymore. I think it's just time to abandon this planet and maybe just find men on Mars.
SEX.
Dating apps have totally changed how the dating world works. Social media in general. The lady I stitched was like, she want to go back to the old ways where you just randomly bump into people in the street and they become the love of your life. Baby, that's an old dream. Those people you bump into have profiles on social media, dating apps and stuff. The men seem to know their worth on their apps. They treat women like, I can get another one of you. So the key to this is women know your worth. They act like divas on there. Like they want you to put in the effort for them. Her story was wild because the guys was doing all that to get her attention, stalking her and everything just to be like, I don't want a relationship. What? When I say the sprinkle movement is so needed to change how dating works, because there is no such thing as courting. I know that's an old word nowadays. They just there for hookups, baby. Know your worth.
Other women saying that they also deleted.
It's so funny seeing that video because 2 days ago I was so close to going back on the apps. I was so close. And I was feeling like, wow, how am I going to find someone? Like, I really want someone to do things with, yada, yada, yada. I swear my solo outing yesterday cured my need to find someone. So I took myself out yesterday evening. Today's Monday, so this was Sunday. And I went to dinner in the city, and then I went to go see a flamenco show at the New York City Center. And I had so much fun, and like, I felt like a weird freeness, like being on my own and not have to worry about anyone else around me. And I just had a great time talking to people that were there. Like, I just had a great time, and I really want to make this year about me enjoying my time by myself and not worrying about finding someone to enjoy it with, because I just feel like it's important as women. Like, the men are in our generation don't really seem like they even want relationships, like real ones. So why would I want to find someone and potentially not even enjoy life with them before I can enjoy life by myself? Long story short, I think I'm in my solo era right now. My solo era. Let me say it straight. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to going to events and things on my own and meeting people. And I do have a lot of friends I can go to things with. So that's not like a problem. This is like a choice of like, I want to do things by myself and I don't need a man to be with me.
On the dating apps, you're going to meet a ton of players because they're just looking for women to fill up a void. Dating app has become like a Just Eat for these players. So they go on there, they look for girls for whatever occasion or situation. I'm going to a wedding. I need this type of girl. Dating app. Okay. I'm going on a vacation somewhere. I'm going to meet a certain type of men. Dating app. It's hard to find people on there because most of the people that are on there are just there for all the wrong reasons. Let's just say that. So be very vigilant when you go on these dating apps, okay? And like I said before, don't be naive. Now, am I saying that you can't find the love of it? You can, okay? But there's going to be a lot of sifting that needs to be done for you to find the guy of your dreams. So yeah, it's just my opinion anyway. I may be wrong with all of this, but like I said, I've never used a dating app, but this is my mindset when I think about dating apps. And besides, all sort of men end up on the dating apps. So I would rather meet people in person than use a dating app. So be vigilant out there. Take care of yourselves. Know where is safe. Open your eyes, your ears, and your brain, and listen and watch, and then go home and let it marinate before you make a move. Okay. But let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again with another video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.